This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
And a new season.
24/7 Buff Pandemonium isn't just a page.
It's a family.
A passionate group of positive Buffalo football fans
who embrace the character and fight of this team.
We strive to embody this passion
and present a fan-first perspective
without all the fluff. Enter the K-Gun Report.
Season 2.
The first season was exciting for 24/7 Buff Pandemonium.
Talking football, connecting with fans, and having quality conversation.
This season, we're stepping it up, and we want you all to come be a part of the conversation.
On March 9th, 2021,
the K-Gun Report
is back.
Let's go, Buffalo!
This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bills fans, welcome to 24/7 Buff Pandemonium presents the K-Gun Report, sponsored by Buffalo Autographs and www.buffaloautographs.com. I'm Jarrod. Joining me tonight, Scott.
Hey!
Swank.
Yo!
Hey, Swank, quick question.
Hey,
I said it was sponsored by Autographs, Buffalo Autographs. What's that mean?
That means that they, meaning Ryan Hickman, has very generously offered up this here James Lofton autographed home jersey with a Hall of Fame signature on it with a COA, and I think you get that little 24/7 BF sticker there with it. All you got to do to win that guy, comment right now. Comment live during the live stream. Don't be that guy that's messaging us after the fact. We get guys from like 40 shows ago that are like, oh, hey, is this still available? I commented. I know it happened last year. You gave away a Charles Clay 8x10, but is that still available? No. Right now, live. Tell your friends. Be here. Awesome.
Gotta be live, Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, just a little. Even if, like we always say, even if you want to tell us to shut up, go ahead. Tell us. All right, we still have Scott's wearing a beautiful shirt over there. Notorious Diggs black and white shirts. We have those available. Oh, you and Swank. Am I the only guy running with this guy? The original 24/7 Buff Pandemonium. Both shirts are available, and we have a special event coming up on September 10th. Scott, you want to explain that a little bit more?
The regular season Rager, we're calling it. September 10th at the Hyatt in Rochester. The Bills are having their homecoming. A lot of the Bills Mafia are having their homecoming in Buffalo at Soho's that week. But Rochester, we're going to pull it in our way a little bit and celebrate Rochester style. You can come from all over, but it's in Rochester at the Hyatt. They're lovely enough to let us use their awesome establishment there. It's going to go from 6 to 10. We're going to have a live show. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks. We're going to hang out Buffalo Bills Mafia style and just have a good old party. September 10th, Friday, 3 days before the opening game against our Steelers, against the Steelers. Can't wait. Let's celebrate together, have a couple drinks, and talk some Bills football, guys.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, if
Josh Allen, a Tremaine Edmonds, and an Ed Oliver jersey that we're giving away during that little event that we're having.
Yo, that event is also co-sponsored by our boys, BuffaloAutographs.com, man. They gave us the Josh Allen jersey. So, what a great time that's going to be, man. $10, get you entered in for all that stuff. There's going to be a cash bar, food, all that good stuff. So come hang out with us if you're in the Rochester area. We got Chancey Shank over here on the comments in the YouTube place saying, whoa, y'all early. What up, fellas? Yeah, we switched
Chancey,
back.
I know you were on last week.
We switched back to 8 o'clock because Kitty's sports schedules got all synced back up. So now we're going to be back on at 8. And we also got this other anonymous user that says, Uncle James gonna win. That's all I'll say. I wonder who that is.
He's coming in as alias, huh?
Oh, dear.
All right, Swank. I know we want to wait till this guy gets on. I want to see if he says anything yet before we post that video up, right?
My boy Brent?
Yeah.
Oh,
Brent,
yeah.
if you're on, let us know, bud. We got something going on here. Okay, so you guys want to get right to it?
Yeah, buddy.
The Bills
Yeah.
beat the Detroit Lions 16-15 with a last-second field goal by Big boot, baby foot bass. Yes.
Big boot, baby
every
face
time,
sweat.
dude.
Sing.
Every
Chucky. What is
time,
it?
dude.
Go, what is it?
What is it?
What's his name?
What's his name? You tell me. What's his name, buddy?
Big boot, baby face bass.
Big boot. Oh my gosh. Big
Big
boot,
boobs?
baby face bass. Big
Oh.
boobs.
Maybe I'll just put it up on the screen. Big boob, baby face, bass. Dude, that guy is electric, man. He is like just automatic. And after the start to last year, oh my God, he's just so confident. I don't know.
He's in mid-season form already.
Yeah,
We're
dude.
putting it right down the middle.
Yeah.
His first kick of the year is right down the middle at 50 yards with,
Oh, yeah.
with room to spare. Yeah, he's booting them. He's
Yeah,
booting
man.
them.
Crazy.
That's the thing I noticed. His confidence is just crazy. He's like, do you see his strut? He's got a little strut now. You can do that.
Dude,
You
he's
can
going to
do that
be
when
like mini McAfee.
There you go.
I would love that.
Oh,
Dude's
yeah,
great.
He's a Pro Bowler.
All right,
Super looking.
after watching the game about 15, 16 times, Scott, I'm gonna start with you. What was your take from that game last Friday? Sorry.
Last Friday. I tell you what, there's a lot of people I believe are moving up in the depth chart. I know it's just one preseason game, and you're not going to see a lot preseason. You're not going to see fantasy plays. You're going to see some pretty vanilla football plays being called just to evaluate people. Because what the better way to evaluate someone than to have vanilla plays and seeing if they can function at those plays properly and execute the plays properly. Davis Webb, I thought, was very impressive for someone that was on the practice squad last year. There was no preseason, so he didn't step on the field last year at all, and he didn't even dress. For him to come in and go 11 for 16, a couple short passes here and there, but to have a 103 quarterback rating, he was impressive. And Trubisky better watch out. I know he only had 2 passes thrown. I know he only threw the ball twice, and there's a reason behind that because you need to evaluate the other players. But if coming up this Chicago game, Trubisky's going to get a couple more snaps, I can guarantee it. And he better show up because if Davis Webb comes in and performs again, I can see Davis Webb taking that number 2 spot. Davis Webb, 6'5", he's the same build as Josh Allen. I don't know his weight. That's why I stuttered there. So if God forbid anything were to happen to Josh Allen, you want to start where you left off with kind of the same build, same style quarterback. Strong arm. You saw he was able to read the pocket and take off. He ran a couple times for a whole bunch of yards.
He's fast.
Very strong arm. He was backpedaling and threw a ball to one of our running backs with hardly any effort. He's got a lot to prove, and I think he's out to prove it. And Mitch better strap his helmet on because
His yuck
Davis Webb is not going to give this to him. And like I said, Davis Webb fits that mold of Josh Allen just in case better than Trubisky does. So I love that. I have a lot more to talk about, but I'm going to spread the wealth a little bit because you know how I can get a little long-winded.
Long-winded. Swank.
What'd you guys think about the quarterback situation?
As far as the quarterback play, man, I'm dead on with you, man. I thought Davis Webb showed his whole heart. Like, he was exciting to watch. Like, who can say that about their potential third-string quarterback? I loved it. He was more exciting to watch than Mitch just because they just were running the ball with Mitch. And I think that was a stout game plan. I think that Mitch is still new to the playbook, right? You're also trying to give Motor some touches, see where he's at right now in a live game situation. So I got why they ran the ball with Mitch Trubisky. But when Webb came in, man, he looked like Josh his rookie season. Like, looked like he was, except for he was making better decisions, right? like throwing the ball. So I don't know, man. I kind of agree, and that was I think one of the bold predictions when we did those here a couple weeks ago. I was saying my surprise cut was going to be Fromm, and I think a couple of us said that.
Yeah, it's kind of looking like it might be now, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And not to say Fromm didn't have an okay game, but man, I don't know how you get rid of Davis Webb. Like, how do you do that and keep Fromm? Like, I don't see that being a very smart option right now. At least
there's not a lot of time to evaluate. There's not a lot of time to evaluate because from what I'm understanding is we're going to see quite a bit of the starters. I think a lot of the NFL teams are saying this. We're going to see a lot of the starters that third game. Mm-hmm. Everybody's saying significant time for starters. So it's put up or shut up, I think, this week against the Bears. I think there's going to be a lot of they're making a lot of cuts on the roster these next 2 weeks. So there's a lot of decisions that have to be made. And like I said, put up or shut up, man. It's got to happen.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah. So if you're gonna watch a game during the preseason, week 2 of this 3 preseason season is gonna be the game to watch, right?
Yeah.
If you want to watch a game where you're going to evaluate the backups, who's going to be the second and third stringers, I think game 2 would be the game to watch for sure. For sure. And Swank, I know you said talked about Singletary there. You could tell he added some bulk.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's always been shifty and he's always been able to move the piles a little bit. But Jarrod and I were watching the game together, and there was this particular run where he kind of dashed a little bit and cut on a dime, and he knew he was going to get tackled. You could just see him lunge forward and gain another 4 yards just from getting tackled. So the bulk is there. He has a lot to prove. He averaged 5.3 yards a rush. That big stat, that big rush, big playability of 15 yards or more, he did that on the first run from scrimmage twice. He did it twice.
It was a penalty, right? Got called back, so that wasn't even his end stats, which he could get more yards. So
yeah, was that Bobby, Big Bob's that got that one? Bobby Hart?
The whole
Bobby Hart had a hard time, I think, guys.
I can't believe that his name wasn't on that list. Like the 5 people that got cut. I really can't believe it. And like I knew that when they said, oh yeah, there's a couple offensive linemen, it was like everybody that knew like the fan base, like Bills media knows Bills Mafia, right? So like they pushed it out there like, and there's a couple of linemen on this list, and you're like, see you later, Bobby Hart.
Bobby Hart's out.
Yeah, he's out. He's on that.
Like, if you want to be fair about it, because like I still think Fromm's probably gone. Fromm completed some very good passes while running for his life, and he was on his ass a lot because of Bobby Hart. So I don't know. If we're going to transition into the O-line, Jesus, like I've listened to Joe Marino from what was it, Locked On Bills. I listened to him pretty religiously, and he, from the time the Bills signed him from Cincinnati, said that he is never lived up to his potential. He is not a good starting football player. He doesn't even want him as a backup. And for me, I'm usually like, that guy's pretty sensible. And I'm like, wow, man, give Bobby Hart a break, man.
He started for the Bengals.
He started for the Bengals, man. Maybe that's why Joe Burrow got messed up, but who knows?
Yeah.
But man, he just, for a dude that has had the spotlight on him for like the last 2 weeks, I feel like, where a lot of people have been like, Bobby Hart, dude, he needs to go. You would think he got a lot of snaps this week, and he did not show out. He was getting ran over, twisted around like a pretzel. Like, dude, just...
He made those defensive ends look like studs on third down, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
But we're talking line. Spencer Brown, the rookie that I have hopes for making a number 2 spot for either tackle position, he was on and off. I mean, tall, lengthy guy. He got beat a couple times, but he held his own for another. I'll tell you what, that guy he plays to the whistle. You saw after the guy get tackled, him come flying over the pile or something like that. He is working and playing until he hears that whistle. But nice, refreshing view that I saw on the line was Cody Ford at that guard position. He looks the part. Yep. He's a big boy. He is huge. I think he's more comfortable there. I never liked it when he played right tackle. I think he's good there. I think it was a good debut back from injury because, the Bills and Singletary got all those rushing yards behind him at guard.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Bates for center. He looked impressive at center. And now that Mitch Moore sat out practice today a little bit because of an injury, not sure what it was, but that's what the Bills love. They love those players that can play multiple positions. And if Ryan Bates makes the team, it's because he's so flexible and he could play in multiple positions. But that Cody Ford position, I loved watching how good he did then, and he looked refreshed, and it was good to see that.
We got, man, so this H61625 guy over here, I know I should know who he is. He sounds familiar. Last week he baited me and was like, Swank, you don't know who I am, dude. But he says players know there's a lot of talent on the team and need to play for their jobs. We got, let's see here. Can we talk about Greg Rousseau? Yeah, we'll definitely talk about Greg Rousseau. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we'll flip it right over soon.
We got some stuff talking about Buckeye stuff. I think Uncle James might be a little intoxicated right now.
Hey, Swank, ask. Actually, I can do it right now. H61625. Do you have a name on the Facebook Live feed? Because if you do, if you end up winning, we need to know who you are. So it'd be ashamed if we don't know who you are.
Nah, just give us little clues throughout, man. It'll be way more fun.
James Lofton, they're H210, H2O, whatever your name is. You win. We need an address and a name, my friend. You better give it up.
Hell yeah. All you got to do is leave a comment. You guys are doing great at doing that. Dude, Scott, I swear to God, I just looked at the screen because I clicked over and the jersey's like up next to me right now on like the little split screen thing. And when I clicked it over, it faded into this new scene that we're in. And you and I are dressed exactly alike. And I was like, why is my image doubled? Like, that thought hit my mind for 2 seconds.
The image is all jacked up.
And I'm like, oh my God, why is there 2 pictures of me?
Why?
So, guys, I showed you the jersey, www.buffaloautographs.com, and Buffalo Autographs Facebook page sponsoring the show. That's why we have such a nice giveaway. And check out their new logo. Check out Ryan Hickman and crew picked out a new logo today. It's actually it's below us, right, Swank, on the bottom left or bottom right?
It is. Pretty if you're looking at your screen, it's bottom right. Yep.
And not for nothing, guys, go check out their prices on their website because they are pretty competitive. Actually, they're really competitive, and there's a difference between getting it from Ryan Hickman. You get it right from pen, right to your lap, as opposed to on eBay, say that they're used, even though sometimes they say new, they're used, and this is just fresh stuff coming out. So go get some.
All right, so I'm watching the comments go up and down. We got right now 21 viewers on Facebook, but one of those viewers is Brent Thompson.
What up, Brent?
Swank, you chugged a beer. You did a shotgun last week, right?
Shotgun the shit out of a beer last week because I got challenged.
All right, those who are watching, we're going to put up a video right here, right, Swank?
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so there was a challenge. Swank did his, and here's our old buddy, Brent.
Swank, you did good, Bubba, but I can beat you. Ready?
Dude, I love this shit so much. Get it, Brent. Get it.
Go Bills.
Hell yeah, man. That was awesome. I was so stoked when that got sent. That was really fun. I'm going to edit them up so that they're side by side, man. But, we got to get your ass up here so we can do that live and in person sometime.
John Roche says, can I shotgun as well?
Hell yeah.
You got another one in your hands, Swank?
You're trying to put me out. Listen, I'm shotgun champ. I'm going to make the two of you do them here pretty soon.
I'm going to need a nipple for mine. So they want to talk about Russo. How about Russo getting his first sack, guys? That was impressive.
Sick, man.
But you know what's more impressive is you got to watch the whole defensive line during that sack. Russo and our man Harrison Phillips. That play blew up because of Harrison Phillips. If you pay attention to what he did, he grabbed the guy, pulled him to the side, did like a little rip, and Goff was about to step up in the pocket, and good old Angry Harry, whatever they call him, was right there ready to get him, and he hesitated, and there Russo was to gobble him up. But on the other side was Epinesa and Ed Oliver doing a little bit of a stunt, and they closed that pocket like you wouldn't believe. So it came from all angles. I give that a team sack. It was just a little taste of what Russo, when you saw his arm go up and reach, he's got a long wingspan, and he's going to disrupt some stuff, but don't lose track of the people that are helping him do it, because a lot of that sack came because of the other things that were happening on that D-line. It was a great D-line sack, and good for Russo for getting his first sack. He can get the monkey off his shoulder in that regard.
Yeah,
Get
how
the
about
taste.
how about this dude is doing way more than what anybody thought he was going to do. He like almost had a pass as like a a work in progress.
Yeah.
I mean, I was guilty of it too. It was like Boogie's going to come in, he's going to be ready, he's going to be like an average DE. Everybody, he's going to be more productive at first. Give Groot a couple seasons, blah blah. He's showing out. Boogie like didn't look that great in this game, and it hurts me to say that, but that's I think that's growing pains. I think the roles are reversed from what I assumed was going to happen for sure. I think Groot is getting in there. He's figuring out his body, his length. He's taking what the coaches are giving him and actually applying it. And I'm not saying Boogie's not doing that, but they were saying he's getting stuck in the spin move. He loves the spin move, but he needs something else. He needs to widen his
You're talking about
attack.
Boogie.
I'm talking about Boogie.
Yeah, he got caught up in that spin a lot.
He's been doing the spin and the spin and the spin and the spin, and it's so predictable. Like, you got to have something else. You got to have a stunt. You got to get on a guy and physically dominate him, and then be able to use a spin. Like you can't just keep twirling around out there. And this isn't me talking junk because I love Boogie, and I think like once it locks for him, it'll be hopefully a lot like what's happening with Epinesa, because Epinesa looks like he shot out of a cannon last year. Towards the end of the season, he was fast as hell, and now you see him on that sack with Groot, and it's like, dude's getting back there, man. Like he's getting back there fast. So it's almost like a track meet. Like, if you can run faster than that dude on the outside, he might be able to hit that quarterback when he's in his 5-step before the guy even gets set, and that would be out of control. I would love it if
you do stuff like that back when a quarterback can get on his 5th step and you're there. That's going to be in his mind the whole game. Mm-hmm. If you do it early in the game, get that established, then he's going to prematurely step up in that pocket where Star Lotulelei and Ed Oliver can gobble him up. But you get a quarterback jumbled up a little bit, and then he start moving around in that pocket forward instead of around because he can't get around them. That's going to ask for a lot of turnovers because there's a lot of arms and bodies flying in that area.
Yeah, and that's what's the important part is those guys coming from the outside, the track race to get to the quarterback. It only works if that middle is steady. And let's talk about that middle really quick. First, 2 questions for you guys. Do you see Basham moving in there? And what do you think of Oliver and Phillips' play? Swank, I'm going to let you lead the way.
I was just reading, somebody had a great comment about Harrison. Harrison's playing for his job and is showing up. That's Patrick Hughes. I think he did fine. Really, it wasn't like some crazy dominant performance. And once you started getting past, I mean, it was basically like our second string for the most part against their first string for like the first 3 drives. And I didn't think that the middle of the line did that bad. I think it was hard to focus on just because I was way more interested in what the outside was doing. It's like I know what we got in the middle, and Star wasn't playing. So basically you're going to see the same thing you saw last year. I mean, if Ed would have exploded out of the center and just dominated without Star, then I would have been like, whoa, holy shit. But really it was just, kind of more of the same. I think Harrison's, I think he played a solid game. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I hope it is. I really like him. But it just, I don't know. I don't know if average is going to get him through.
All right.
What do you guys? What do you think?
I saw Harry. I thought he was improved from last year. Of course, this is the first year he's been 100%. But you're right. Is it enough? Is it enough to? Because he was playing the technique that Star Lotulelei would be taken care of. So did Harrison Phillips do enough at that one technique to be that backup for Star? It's hard to say. It's hard to say until they start. I mean, they were playing the number ones, so they did pretty all right. But Harry's got a lot to prove, and he was in the backfield quite a bit. But what can happen is teams will start understanding that, and then they'll start running those draws to where you get by your defender and whiz by the running back going up the center. So that's what I would be concerned about. Like I said, he got in the backfield quite often, but from the positioning that I saw, draws would tear him up if they were running that smart offense. So he's got a lot to prove. I'm rooting for him, but yeah, it was much of the same as last year, except maybe a little improvement on Harry's part for sure.
Yeah, I would say that.
Sorry.
Yeah, I would definitely say that he's improved. I don't think like playing an average game is bad in a preseason game, but
No,
I also like you're saying, man, this team's way too hyped. There's way too much going on. There's too many potential stars and actual stars on this team to just kind of like guide through. You know, you gotta step up, and I really, really, really hope the way Harry's like conditioned his body in the off season. He came in, he looks like he's jacked up. Like, I really hope he does what he needs to do to stay on the team.
Right. Now remember, I mean, Leslie Frazier's not going to throw the book at any team during the preseason. We don't want to show anything, so it's all like I said.
Although
those
those safeties did come up pretty often.
Man, Jarrod, I think you're right on that Josh Thomas kid.
Yeah,
he made a couple tackles in the backfield.
He looked gnarly. Before we skip back that far, can we go to linebackers first? Because
let me do a quick lineman thing too, because I know we have.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The first 3 or 4 drives we saw our guys up there. Scott, you say Phillips and Oliver were in the backfield quite often, right? Quite often during a game, in the first drive or two, the offense that you're playing against is going to come out firing, right? And then when the game settles down, that's when the defense's consistency starts to become a problem for that offense. So if we're seeing glimpses of being in the backfield, Russo's first sack, pressure, in the first 3 or 4 drives of our preseason game, it's only going to get better as the game goes on, especially with the rotation that we're hoping that this defensive line gets from Frazier's, defensive schemes. So even though we're seeing glimpses right now of the preseason, eventually what happens is that defense starts to figure it out and they become consistent and it gets better. That's my personal opinion.
I mean, on pass plays, that they were pretty already consistent. There was that pocket closed pretty good on a lot of those plays. And I'm not jumping forward to the Chicago game, but I think this preseason matchup.
Next week.
Well, this preseason matchup I think is perfect, guys. We started out with Detroit. Next week we have Justin Fields, who's going to get quite a bit of snaps, so we get to play against a mobile quarterback. So we get a little taste of that. And then if it holds true to week 3, where a lot of the starters are being played, we're playing against the Green Bay Packers. So we're also going to see maybe the Bills starters for a little bit play against Aaron Rodgers and their starters a little bit. So I think this is like the perfect preseason for us as far as seeing a little bit of everything and advancing the way we hope it would. We'd be able to get a lot out of what we see these 3 preseason games.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Oprah.
We have about 20 viewers right now. What happens if you leave a comment? For those of you who just jumped down, what happens if they leave a comment on the live feed tonight, Scott?
You get yourself entered on the Phantomonium Wheel of Destiny.
Destiny.
For a chance to win James Lofton COA. There it is right there. Home jersey.
Number 08.
Number 08, number 80.
Oh, number 80. Yeah.
We have an inscription as well. Hall of Fame 03. So double signature.
Hell yeah. And that was donated by our good friend and sponsor, Ryan Hickman from BuffaloAutographs.com. If you were looking for any sort of official autographed COA, yep, there you go, COA gear, then this is the place to go, man. He's got the most competitive prices with the best current and past players. You can't go wrong, dog. Go to BuffaloAutographs.com and tell them Swank sent you. Did that sound like a read? It sounded like a read, didn't it?
I'll tell you what, guys. If you go there and you spend over $125 and type in the code 247BF, they'll take 15% off for you. Helmets, mini helmets, all kinds of helmets, jerseys, and canvases. And I know Josh Allen has a pretty big signing coming up in the next couple weeks, so you can look out for that. And Buffalo Autographs also does pre-sale and layaway stuff, so don't forget to check them out. Ryan Hickman will work with you. He wants Bills fans from all over, to get a little taste of history, because we as Bills fans believe this is the time that things are going to happen for us. Go get your history right now. You're going to want it before the prices go up for sure, because the availability of the players is going to decrease, so then price is going to increase. All right.
Absolutely. Swank, what's that linebacker unit look like to you? That's what you wanted to go back to, right?
They look great.
Yeah.
How about Makedovich trying to pick that ball off right off the bat, man?
He looked nimble.
He jumped that route. Like, I'll give him this. This was Goff's first pass in however long in a live action game, preseason, whatever. But Miketovich almost picked you off, dude. Like, he should have had that ball.
Yep.
Like, and that was awesome. I was like, where the hell did this dude's a special teamer? You know, it was awesome. It was just great to see. I thought Dotson had a really good game. It was super impressive. He was making plays, he was making tackles. He was shaking it up, grooving, getting in the mix a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was just like kind of blown away. Like that we actually had a little bit of depth and guys that were doing something back there besides the two big guns with Edmonds and Milano. So what'd you guys think?
Tyrell Adams only played a few plays. Markel Lee wasn't even out there.
Yeah.
And we know Edmonds and Milano weren't out there.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, special teams ace Andre Smith, Bills got him last year. He got an interception that was called back. He got up in the air in the right coverage for zone defense.
He stopped he stopped some runs too.
They did look good. The linebackers did look good. And remember, like we said earlier, the Lions starting offense was out there for quite a bit. And I think the only starting defensive lineman that we had out there was Eddie O. Was a defensive line basically without Addison and Hughes, and that's about it. Levi Wallace was out there, and that's about it. So the linebackers, I think, held their own, except for that one long drive, the second drive that the Lions had. But
Yeah.
they still had their own against the starting offensive unit of the Lions. So I was impressed by them.
There was a couple first downs on that drive that were kind of questionable, though. So we'll give that to the refs.
Yeah.
Learning curve for the refs. But no,
Right.
that linebacking core. That's one of the biggest questions coming into this preseason was who's going to back up Edmonds and Milano, and we have a pretty good number of guys who kind of showed their way Friday. That's promising.
Yeah.
Given our
You could tell
stars
they're
and rest-
competing too.
Yeah.
Just by the way they're flying, you can tell not only that they're competing, but they're comfortable under that Leslie Frazier defense. They knew where they were going. None of them really looked lost if you watch the game. They didn't really look lost. Maybe they got blocked out of the play or something like that, but everyone seemed to be right where they should have, which is promising in the first preseason game of the season. So none of them looked lost to me. I was pretty excited about it.
Yeah. The whole thing looked
And-
very well scripted. Like, it looked like they wanted to do exactly what they did as far as, like, execution-wise. It seemed like the playbook was very, very limited, and they were like, you go out and you do it with the fundamentals, and we want to see how you do. I might be wrong. You guys are way more in tune with that, having played and stuff, but that's exactly what it seemed like to me. Was like, you get these dozen plays, do that, execute your tackles, get, cover your guy, do what you need to do, block these run routes. Like, it seemed like it was very elementary. Show us what you got.
Well, I mean, the game stats for both teams seemed, you could tell it was a preseason game.
Yeah.
Almost the same exact yards, almost the same exact amount of plays. Everything was identical. Back and forth, just the way you think a preseason game would go. So everything was vanilla, back and forth. And you're right. They go out there, they want to make sure that these players can do the non-flashy things the right way. And and the Bills linebackers did. I mean, I think Frazier can throw in a couple blitz packages next week just to see what happens then.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all about putting stuff on film right now.
Yep.
You got limited amount of playing time to show these coaches what you can do. And you just have to go out there, be consistent, do your job, consistently, hit the right gaps, fill the right gaps, take the right pursuit. And that ultimately, you can make a flashy play every once in a while, but doing it consistently, being in the right spot all the time is going to be what gets you that position or gets you that spot on that starting roster.
And I tell you what, Luke Kuechly there helping out with them linebackers is only going to make them better.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people getting hyped, saw him at camp thinking, oh my God, he's coming out of retirement. He's not. He's there to help McDermott in the defense.
It's better. It's better that he's not, that he's there to mentor.
And I'm telling you guys, with how young Tremaine Edmonds is, with how quick Milano learns, it can only be a good thing. Yeah. We've got an all-pro young linebacker that's just a year out of it, teaching these guys, even if Edmonds and Milano and Lee and Tyrell Adams and Dotson, all these young guys, even get a little bit of inside the mind of one of the best linebackers in the league in the NFL, that's a benefit. That's a benefit, and I'm glad he's there. That's awesome that Luke Kuechly's there visiting Buffalo.
Yep. Nothing but good things come out of there. Shank, what you got?
Okay, yeah. So we got a lot of good stuff going on here, man.
That's the best thing is these guys watching these comments.
Yeah.
These guys are talking back and forth. It's awesome.
First of all, I came in earlier. There was a bunch of people that were being very complimentary of the EMD live stream last night. Thank you so much. I play music, and these guys let me put it out through the 24/7 site, and we have a lot of fun on Monday nights from 7 to 8 ish. So if you're into some original folky country, original funky folky country original music, me and my wife do a little thing, and I usually have one of the guys from the band in. So if you want to come check it out, thank you, and thank you for being so nice. Now,
Grab a
that
drink
being
and
said,
rock out a little bit.
yeah, hell yeah. Brett Thompson said refs were playing their second string also. That was awesome.
Yep.
We got Buffalo Spartan said big boot baby bass. Did work last game. Baby face bass, but you were the closest out of everybody so far. Nice for you.
Big boot, baby face bass.
We got, let's see, H61625.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He says, I can't give you any bigger clue as to who I am. I share a name with Jerry Hughes. You
Patrick.
sneaky Patrick, you.
Well, it looks like Ryan Hickman came out of bed. He said he was leaving. Ryan Hickman, BuffaloAutographs.com, and just bought the Buffalo Autographs from the Facebook page. He's the one that's giving us this James Lofton jersey to give away tonight.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Welcome back. What's bad news, Ryan?
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Oh, wow, man. That sucks.
Son of a bitch.
All right. So we did Ryan did a fundraiser a month ago, right? Month and a half ago.
Yeah, had to be something
About
like
the
that.
officer down there in Florida who got shot. Unfortunately, he passed away. So we're sorry to hear that.
Yep.
Let us know
Sorry
what we
to
can do that
family.
for that family. Maybe we'll do
Mhm.
another donation thing for him.
Yeah, man. Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Hug your loved ones.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Keep
it
them
could be
close.
taken away like that, and then that sucks. Condolences to the family.
Yes, absolutely.
The police officers that work by this guy every day. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, man, whether you support or you don't, like, that's a hard job. Like, that's a very hard job, and it's a thankless job. So I know a lot of police officers and sheriffs, and it just sucks. That sucks. It's a horrible thing. So, but let me tell you something. You can comment right now, and you can win a James Lofton jersey. That's cool, right?
Mhm.
We're here to pick each other up and to talk Bills football, and let's do that, right?
Yes,
You got it.
Get this guy proud. Show us what Bill's Mafia is all about. Let's keep, obviously we're going to be thinking about this guy, but let's just keep talking about Bills football and keep the positive vibes going. This is a hell of a group right here. Obviously the three of us hooligans wouldn't be here without this group, and it's all about family. So we're going to keep him in our thoughts, and we're going to just keep pushing forward. Ryan wants to do a fundraiser for him. We'll get the details with that going, obviously, for his family in the next couple of days or weeks, but we'll definitely help them out.
Yep.
Yeah, Ryan's saying that they're going to be doing a fundraiser soon. So
All right, so just go to Facebook Buffalo Autographs to find out what's going on there, or www.buffaloautographs.com, and definitely help this family out.
word.
Oh, man. All right. Whew.
All right, so
All right.
you guys want to talk about the secondary quick?
Yeah, let's talk about the secondary. Jarrod, you're right.
What's he right about?
I just want to throw this out there, and you guys can go out. Levi Walls played good.
Yeah.
He was the only secondary that started out there. He had a good play in the back of the end zone. There's a guy that I think, Poyer plays a position that is, he comes up the linebacker position. He tackles running backs in the backfield. And I think one of these guys that came in showed that he can back Poyer up if Poyer were to go down. Josh Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Watch what he did. Go back to the film. He looked like Poyer, just wearing a different number. Obviously, you're playing against third, fourth stringers, but he played the position well, and he did exactly what he was asked to do. The safety had tackles in the backfield, and he had a couple pops coming across the middle of the field on wide receivers. So keep an eye out for him. I had Jaquan Johnson being my second safety for that position, but I can see Josh Thomas making a push for that spot.
I think Johnson got a
Definitely.
little dinged up too.
Yep.
Queen Johnson got a little dinged up, so
Man, he was impressive. He was impressive.
He was laying dudes out, man.
he wasn't
popping.
scared to put his
No.
I remember one of the first plays he came up and stopped a run on third down, and there was nothing but big monsters up front, and he weaseled his way in and put a shoulder on the running back. It was freaking sweet.
I wonder how you would feel like with that commentary, like if that's like a clip that they would play in the locker room where he'd be like, he weaseled his way in.
You know who else? Damar Hamlin. He's a lot bigger than I thought he was. He looks tough
Yeah.
out there, and he also put up a show. I'm bouncing all around. Dane Jackson, his special teams, he had so many open field tackles on special teams. If he doesn't become the CB number 2, then sometimes you got to lock in that special teams position to be on the roster. I think he's on the roster anyways, but he showed up in special teams. Dane Jackson, for
Yeah,
sure.
he was a little underwhelming cornerback. He looked a little lost out there.
Yeah.
I was hoping that he was. Yeah, I was hoping he was just gonna lock it and really show people something, you know, even against like the threes or something. But
Listen, Swank. You remember how you tell everybody to get your friends to join here and get your cousins and get. Well, Brent Thomason said I have an ex-wife on here, so there you go.
yo, you're Brent, dude. Whoa.
There you go. Hey,
The first ex-wife.
hey,
Dude, that is amazing, dude.
son of a bitch.
I don't even know what to
I
say.
tell ya.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, my ex-wife wouldn't be caught dead on here for sure. 100%. And if she came on here, it wouldn't be good probably for her. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. No, but anyway, I thought the secondary played pretty well. Wallace, I think, he had a great breakup in the end zone there. He might have got away with a little bit of hands-on, but hey,
Stop.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, he got a little grabby there. It was funny because, like, dude, I almost forgot, like, when they do these games, whoever's the home team has like those like super biased like announcers.
Yeah.
And it was a Detroit game, so it was like their Detroit like personnel or whatever. When they were talking about it, the guy, like, any other announcer who's unbiased would have been like, what a great play, like, knocked the ball away, saved the touchdown, and he was just like, and a pass breakup by Levi Wallace. And then they showed that other angle, and it was like, oh, he got away with one. You see who's grabbing him, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, Joey Harrington was throwing that ball. It would have been a different. Yeah. No, but he did. He had a nice breakup. The secondary played well. Yeah, I think the Bills had 15 starters not playing in the game on Friday, and they held up pretty well. So that's always promising.
Joey Hatch Jr. said it'd be okay if my ex-wife showed up. They could all pick on her until she left.
You'd have to start it, Joey. We don't know where to begin.
Goddamn
There's
right, John.
Dane Jackson did make a lot of plays on special teams. Even, I think he made a tackle on a punt that was kind of just him and the other guy.
Yep.
And he had good pursue, and that's huge. And I've always went back to Terrell Davis and his special team moment where he made a big tackle during the preseason, and Terrell Davis is in the Pro Bowl. Before we get to
Is he in the Hall of Fame yet?
He's in the Hall of Fame. Sorry, I missed my words there. One position that we were missing that we haven't talked about yet was the punter. Scott, you mentioned to me right away.
Hey, man, 5 punts, 44-yard average. The guy pinned him inside the 20 3 times. So, nothing against Bojo from last year, but the few punts that he did, he had a couple 70-yarders, and that skewed the numbers. He had a hard time pinning him inside the 20. I think the Bills brought this Hack guy in because they know the offense is a lot better than it had been in the past.
Instead
of having to launch these punts 60, 70 yards to change the field, we need a guy that if we get stuck at the 50, we could put it down at the 5, and I think they got a guy that can do that in Hack, and 3 times inside the 20.
Dude, so is it Hack or is it Hawk? Because I've heard it pronounced both ways, and like I would say it the way you're saying it. I would say Hack, but then the way they were announcing it was Hawk.
Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I don't know. Anybody in the comments know, man? Because that pisses me off if I don't know a guy's name. I think it's
Hack,
like
Hawk.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
like
we
super
need all
disrespectful. Like, dude climbs up, he's got one job at 32 in the whole world, and people are calling him the wrong name.
The wrong name. What's up?
His mom's sitting
What's
at
up,
home
Hawk?
like, it's Hawk. Hawk.
She's watching tonight, and she just turned us off, and we
Yeah,
just
it's
lost
like,
a viewer because
He's
of that.
24/7, boys. They don't know shit.
But no, he was impressive, and I think that's why the Bills got him in there, is because he can put it inside the 20, and he proved that, and he did a good job. Our special teams is, I'm excited. You don't really much get excited about special teams, but we got a guy that can, big boot babyface Bass that can put it out from 50 right down the middle, and you got a punter that can change the field and put it inside the 20. Man, that changes a lot defensively and offensively, schematically, and we've got people that can do that now. That's awesome.
Well, and that's what we were getting at a couple weeks ago, right? Like, we lost Andre Roberts, and we're trying to find the right return man. At least on the other side of it, with the punter, we might have somebody who's a little more consistent. Like, yeah, maybe Bojo had like that. Every once in a while, he can angle it into the one. Every once in a while, he could shank it off his foot, like the Washington game too. You know, so there's a couple like different sides of that guy. This guy seems more like you get what you get. And I don't care if it's like not the huge bomb, but if it's consistently inside the 20, awesome.
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
So.
All right. So quick, Deanna. Yes, we do. Hawk. Like we just spit something up. John Roche. Thanks. It's Hawk. Mike Vogt. It's pronounced Hawk.
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 Okay.
Hawk. I had another one.
See, and that's what they kept saying was Hawk.
All right, Joey Hatch Jr. Stevenson is quick and he looks slow in the first game, probably because of butterflies in his stomach, but I know he's way faster than what he showed. What do you guys think of Stevenson?
I tell you what, that one kickoff return, he looked awful shifty. He averaged 24.7 yards a kick return. He had a bunch of them, and he did better than McKenzie did, but it's not saying a lot. It's saying a lot, but it is what it is. And you go ahead and tell that defensive back that was trying to cover him at the end of the game there on that deep fly that turned that into a field goal. You tell him that he wasn't fast. I'm sure he'll argue against you. That was a quick move. He got by that defender. He even got past the safety. If the quarterback would have let him a little more, it would have been a touchdown.
This is where you rely on the leadership of this team, right? You got a rookie coming in, playing, got butterflies. You get one play. You get two plays. They keep stacking.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you have the guys playing with you and your leadership, and they're saying, man, this is how you're playing. This isn't a joke while you're here. You're going to continue to build on that. Stevenson acting like a little butterfly in the beginning and then doing that confidence booster at the end of the game, that's just going to add confidence to this guy. And having the leadership that the Bills have on their team, if you have confidence, that leadership is going to make that confidence just boom.
Put this in perspective. He had limited playing time, and he had 125 all-purpose yards.
Yeah.
Not many NFL guys can do that a game.
Yeah.
It's preseason. But
So if you're going to keep him, and I don't want to get too far off topic because I know we got like the whole offense to hit, and then I got this little trivia game thing I wanted to do. But like, how do you keep him?
yeah,
You know, because like to me, like, okay, that one catch is great, and like you could put him on the practice squad and you can try and pull him up here and there, or you can make him the kick return specialist and make McKenzie the punt return specialist. But it's just gonna be, I mean, is he I didn't see, I guess, like on kickoffs and stuff, is he a gunner? Like, is he fast enough to do that? Like, can he do those things to justify like just having him on there, like an Andre Roberts?
right.
You know, like Andre Roberts, I feel like people after that first season or two, even though he was so reliable and consistent and game breaking at points, like that Seattle game, flipping the field and, you know, right off the bat, all that stuff, like you take somebody like that for granted and you go, well, you're wasting a roster spot. But for him, that wasn't wasting a roster spot at all. Like
No.
Josh Allen, you're getting him as close as you can, as far as you can to get a good start on the ball. Like, that's what everybody needs. Whatever happens, he needs to get the ball. I don't care if it's on the 10 or the 40 or the opposing 30. If he gets the ball, I want to know the guy's catching it and it's there. And Josh is going to get a shot.
There's one thing I've always said about Andre Roberts is the fact that, okay, so I know playing the NFL is kind of, sometimes you can be on the sidelines and, okay, I got to go back out there. I got to move the ball, right? If you see your guy get a big return and he stands up and starts screaming and pumping up everybody, that gets to you. So Andre Roberts had more than that big play ability, even though it wasn't all the way, got you to the 40, got to the 50, but he pushed that energy off to everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, offense, you're coming out in the field. Bam, I just got a 40-yard kick return. What are you going to do with it? Get it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll say even when he didn't break them, even when he, if he did if he took it from the 5 and he got to like the 30 or the 35 and it was like a 25, 30-yard return, that's an awesome return still. Yeah. But when he got tackled, he was coming up, slapping the ball, jumping up and down like he thought he was going to break it. Like he brought that energy. Like it should have been more. Even though it was good, it should have been more. And that's the kind of stuff that's like the work ethic mindset with these kind of guys that is exactly what you're saying. It's intoxicating. It's viral. People feel it around. It's just like Josh Allen. People want to play for Josh. Josh is a winner. Josh is a good guy. Josh energizes the whole team. He wants to win. He wants to play hard. He wants to do, he keeps that going. And I think Andre Roberts, to a lesser degree, was that same guy.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. I wouldn't have a problem with trying to keep him. I'm just wondering where do you...
Yeah, if you're going to keep that extra wide receiver spot, then where are you going to make the sacrifice?
I guess if you're going to stick with the 7, but to me, if you're going to keep him, it's got to be 8.
8.
Right?
Yep, unless you do the magical cut like I did and get rid of Isaiah McKenzie and keep him.
No.
All right, Scott,
no, I agree. 8 would have to be the wide receiver mark in order to keep
got a
him.
couple more minutes left in the show. Something we haven't touched upon yet, and I know, Scott, you got really excited this past Friday watching this guy play. Sweeney, your tight end.
Yeah.
Hold on, Brent said that kid is as quick as a Southern beer slam.
Bang. All right, Knox. Obviously, Knox has improved. Hopefully, we won't see it until the regular season.
Knox is number 1 until he gives it away. I had House. He was the one. Sweeney was one of those guys that I wanted to mention that's potentially making a name for a roster spot as a number 2. Hollister didn't do a lot. He got 1 pass for 0 yards. He looked kind of out of place at times. He's not as big as I thought he was. But then Sweeney comes around and he looks big. He looks jacked. He blocked well. And he caught his 2 passes for 34 yards. Each one of those catches went for over 10 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was impressed by him. So the pass pattern he did was kind of the motion across the back of the line of scrimmage and sneaking out into the flats and catching the ball. But a lot of times you see a speedy slot receiver doing that, and he was doing it as a tight end, caught the ball, turned upfield, and got a first down. So I was happy for Tommy Sweeney. He had that COVID with cardiac issues last year, coming back and making a name for himself. And if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to line up opposite side of Dawson Knox, and Hollister will be the number 3. But I was impressed with Tommy Sweeney. I was happy for him. I was pulling for this guy last year. But what he offers as well is as a good blocking tight end. So I like what I saw out of him.
I like Tommy Sweeney a lot, and I thought that, he definitely flashed. The thing is, he got banged up again, so he was out of practice. And, it's a knee or an ankle or a leg or whatever it is. And that sucks. Like, that kid he needs to get as many reps as he can, because I think that he definitely could be the number 2. Or at least push Hollister for it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I wish Hollister would have flashed a little more too. Maybe it's a completely different story if the ones are out there,
Yeah, if Allen's out there throwing the ball.
Yeah, if Allen's out there and you got everybody else out there. But yeah.
Before we get to Swank's trivia, I want quick answers from you both and the Fandemonium. How much does Allen play this week?
I don't think you'll see him till week 3, maybe, the preseason.
You still think week 3 is going to be the week where? Okay.
There's a lot to evaluate. There's only 3 preseason games, and with how the second stringers and third stringers played against the Detroit Lions, I think and how some of those third and fourth guys showed a little promise. You have to evaluate that situation and see. You have to play those third and fourth guys just to make sure that maybe they are our second stringers. That's the lovely thing we talked about it all year, is that we're going to have depth to where we're going to release players that we wouldn't expect on the release. And you don't want to make a mistake. I don't think the Bills will make a mistake, but you have to evaluate those second, third stringers to make sure you know who you're bringing to the roster. And then that week 3 will be something that you can start developing your starters a little bit to get them a little warmed up before the next week. But no, I don't. If at all, maybe you'll see Josh Allen third game for a quarter.
I was going to say before I saw a report that you were going to see him for at least one series this week. And then I saw a report from training camp today, and without Stephon Diggs, he went 15 for 15.
So he's good.
What are you going to...
Spreading the ball around.
What are you doing? What are you going to do? I do think the third game, McDermott will absolutely play him. And it for only to get him back into the routine. Like, you prep like this is you starting this game. You play, I don't think a half, but I bet you the first quarter he'll play. Like, that's the way I feel. And
let's not forget what they did the last game of last year. Remember, they kept him in for quite some time, thinking, yeah. So McDermott's smart. He wants these guys to get.
I love that, dude. I love that. I want him in there and comfortable and warmed up. I don't want him to go out. It's like those teams that take the bye week for the playoffs, and then they just don't do anything, or they rest their starters a week before the playoffs because they're already in. I hate that. Because everybody goes in there, they have a routine for 16 weeks, and then all of a sudden, you don't.
Take that routine away.
And it's like, dude, go up. Like, I get it. You don't want somebody to get hurt. And with my luck, if I was a coach, I probably wouldn't do what I'm saying right now because I have shit luck. But they should not. I think keeping them lubed up and keeping them ready to go, man, like, he wants to be out there anyway, So...
Jarrod, they're facing that Pittsburgh Steelers defense that first week. You can't go in cold. You can't go in cold against that defense.
Right, so you gotta get a little warmth.
You need to warm. Yep. You need to get that routine, like Swank was saying. We need to start to get in that weekly routine. Training, preparing, playing. Training, preparing, playing. You got to start that. You can't start that the first week of the football season. So, but I don't see it happening next week. I don't see them. I think it's a Trubisky and Davis Webb competition for spot number 2 next week, to be honest with you.
You got to remember also that we have one of the better defenses in the league, so seeing them day in and day out kind of gives you a little bit of a competition throughout the week anyway. So I see what you're saying. Guys.
We got Ellen Lart saying, James Lofton is very cool. I went to Canton for his induction. Hold on. Hey, come on, man.
Show that jersey, Scott.
Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Somebody asked, when do we win that jersey? We'll do a little Fandemonium Wheel of Destiny spin, and we'll post it tomorrow evening.
Yep. You'll know tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow evening.
Yep. Sorry, there was a little glitch in the Matrix there. She said she went to the Canton induction. He sent every Bills fan who was in Canton a souvenir package.
Oh,
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. James Lofton, how many years did he play with the Buffalo Bills? You guys know? Let's start the trivia out now.
Ooh. Let's start out with this question really fast.
8 years.
How could you win this Lofton jersey?
Oh.
If you leave a comment during the live stream on Facebook or YouTube, got to be live stream, and when we go back, we can tell if it's live stream because there's a little red dot, and if you enter afterwards, it's a little gray dot. So, and if you're coming in and you want to watch us for a second, say, hey, Scott, or go Bills, and you're entered onto the Fandemonium Wheel of Destiny. It has to be during the live stream.
Or if you type in Swank is the best shotgunner in the whole United States, even the South, you're definitely entered to win.
Thomason, I dare you to write that. No, but that's all you got to do. And that jersey's here because of Buffalo Autographs and www.buffaloautographs.com. Our sponsor, our partner. Wouldn't have it any other way. We love the sponsorship and partnership we have with Ryan Hickman and the crew over there.
He's a man.
You know, we're both doing great things, and we love the fact that we can put that logo down there because he's got a logo now, and be a part of that. But if you're not winning it, go get it at the www.buffaloautographs.com website, and their prices. I'm telling you, you can't beat them. You can't beat them right now. I've checked.
You just can't beat them.
Yes,
nope.
you can.
Nope. For sure. For sure. All right, you got a trivia thing?
Yeah, man. All right.
Oh boy.
I found this thing, and
wait
it's
for this.
it's super fun
Jim
for me.
Kelly.
And I'm gonna wait to put it up, and I'm gonna put it up like while we're getting through this a little bit, just to show everybody while you guys are struggling to figure this out.
All right, so you put that up, Swank.
Put it
Do you
up.
want me to? Do you want
No,
me to
because I know
simply
people
put-
are gonna rat you out the answer, so I'm not gonna do it really fast. So this is a list of all 32 NFL teams
Mm-hmm.
and the last year of their most recent playoff appearance.
Oh boy.
And it's fascinating to me. Like I saw it and I screenshot it immediately.
Oh wait, I think I saw this too. Like the Bills are 8 on the list since their last playoff, right?
Nope.
Since the drought.
Nope. No. As of right now.
Mhm.
So the Bills are 5th, tied with 8 people for the most recent because they won a game in 2020. Okay. So what I thought would be fun is we'll go from the oldest to the most current. So who's got the longest playoff drought right now?
Oh my goodness.
No, that's gonna be tough.
Do you want the year? I'll give you the year because this
Miami
is the thing.
Dolphins.
Very close. They are 30th.
Okay.
The 32nd, they're 30th, and their last playoff appearance was the year 2000.
Okay.
The longest playoff drought is 1990. This team has not
10
won
years ago.
10 years ago. 10 years from the Dolphins.
Yeah. 30.
Sanchez.
No.
Oh, 90. Jesus. Holy-
1990.
Oh, for a win. We're talking win.
A playoff win. The last time all 32 teams won a playoff game. This team has the longest drought and is 1990.
All right, we have Bengals 1990, Jets.
Yo, what are you doing?
Bengals.
What are you doing?
These are the guys coming in here.
Oh,
Detroit,
okay.
Bengals.
So
Detroit.
I thought he was cheating too, dude. I thought you Googled it. I'm like, that's not the way
I'm
trivia
looking at all
works,
the
bro.
responses. So obviously, is it the Bengals?
Bengals, longest drought. 1990 was the last time that they won a playoff game.
That's
You got 30 at the Dolphins. You're looking for 31. They won a playoff game the last time in 1991.
Jeez, man.
I'll tell you this. I'll give you some hints.
I know the Detroit Lions haven't played in forever,
Detroit Lions, very good, Scotty Reed.
and that was with Barry Sanders. I think that's the
91.
last. Yep.
Who they beat?
I don't know. Get
Dallas
out of here, dude.
Cowboys.
This is
They
my
beat the
trivia.
Dallas-
You don't ask me questions. I ask you
Yeah,
questions.
they did beat the Dallas Cowboys.
Did they really?
Cowboys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a wild
Good
card
one.
game. They
Good
beat the
get.
Dallas Cowboys.
All right, so then let's see. We're going at 29. 2002 was their last playoff win. They are an AFC team. They are a West Coast team.
Kansas City.
Recently
The
moved.
Chargers. Raiders.
Raiders.
No.
2002.
John Gruden.
John
He actually won
Gruden.
did win the Super Bowl that year?
This is the Raiders.
Yeah.
02?
John Gruden. Yeah. Did they win against Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay.
Oh, I don't know. It would have been
Probably
the
knows.
year after I graduated, so 2 years after you guys graduated.
I think they beat Tampa Bay. Yeah.
All right, 28. 2005. This is funny, man, because I thought the 1990 thing is what blew my mind. And then you go up 5 spots and you're at 05.
Yeah.
Giants?
Nope, same division, though.
It's not the Cowboys. It's got to be the Redskins. Then.
Redskins, yep. The next team is an AFC East rival.
Yeah, the Jets have to be there somewhere.
2010, the New
Is
York
it?
Jets. Tied
Mike
with the
Rowe.
Jets.
Mike
At
Vogt said
26.
Tampa won the Gruden. Tampa won with Gruden. First
Yeah.
race. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was. Okay. 27. Wait, we did that. That's the Jets. 26 is also 2010. NFC team. This might
Cardinals.
get a, no. I'm just gonna give you
Bears?
this one. It is the Bears. Damn, dog. Are you cheating?
His eyes are moving. His eyes are moving.
You can watch my eyes all the time. I know the Cardinals are there too because they haven't won since
Go ahead.
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner Fitz.
Cardinals are 24th.
Okay.
which is just skipping one, and that was 2015. That was the last time they won.
Okay.
The one you skipped, 25, was 2011 was the last time they won a playoff game. They are another NFC team. East Coast NFC team.
Cowboys, really?
East Coast?
East Coast. Yeah, I
Eagles?
guess whatever if you want to say. NFC East. Not Eagles.
Eagle?
Giants. Big Blue.
Giant? Okay. All right.
2011
Actually-
had to be with Eli.
Yep, they won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Okay. It's crazy because now we're just like 6-7 years away now, right?
Mm-hmm. So now, let's see, 23 is 2015. We got two more that 2015. So
Who have
23,
we
22.
mentioned?
23 is an AFC team. They're a West team.
Oh, I was gonna say Cam Newton and the Panthers over there.
Actually, no, these guys are a South, AFC South. No, they're a West team, I think. Shit
Those
gets
not the
weird out there.
Panthers. West.
AFC. Well, the Panthers are the other team that are tied for
Oh, yeah.
2015.
All right.
They're 22. 23, AFC West team, I believe they're West.
So it's not the Raiders because we already talked about them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be Denver.
It is Denver. Good
Denver
get.
Broncos. The
This
Broncos.
one might blow your mind a little bit. 2016. This is an AFC team. They have not won a playoff game since 2016. AFC
Patriots.
North.
Oh, Steelers for real?
Steelers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
2016?
Isn't that nuts? You think about them
Mhm.
as a juggernaut, and they have not won a playoff game since 2016.
5 years.
Crazy.
And Tomlin still works there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
the old weeds, man. Yeah, the old weeds.
Next,
He's got-
we got two, the 20 and 19. We don't have to go all through all of these, but it's just kind of fun.
What's crazy, the drought that we had, but we're fifth
I
on the
know.
list as most recent.
Yeah, now, right?
Yeah.
And we
Yes.
would have been at the bottom? No, we wouldn't have been at the bottom of this list. We would have been third. These are wins, though, not appearances.
Yeah, you gotta win. You gotta win.
Yeah. So,
It's crazy. It's been 30 years for the Bengals.
yeah, 31. So now we got 20. This is an AFC South team, 2017.
Titans. No.
No, I'm sorry. Am I wrong? No, yes.
2017 Jaguars against the Bills.
Jaguars for 2017, also an NFC
Oh,
South
yeah.
team. 2017 Falcons. Yep.
Yeah, Falcons.
Now we got two 2018s. They are both NFC East.
The Cowboys.
Yep.
Eagles.
Yep. Then we have
Yeah.
three AFC teams that haven't won a playoff game since 2018. Also, really quick, just to jump back, that Jaguars shit, that's pretty crazy. That in 2017 they won a playoff game. That was against us, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were one interception, a dropped interception away from winning that game.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor.
Tarod?
Terry.
Oh, sorry.
Houston Texans will be on that 2018 one, right?
Nope. Nope.
Don't know this one. Don't
Well,
know
this is
Ravens.
No, all AFC teams. One from the East, one from the West.
Dolphins?
No,
No, the Patriots.
Patriots. Not since 2018 have they won a playoff
Long
game.
time ago.
Ooh, I like it.
That's a good flavor.
Isn't that nice? And then you have, let's see, the South, AFC South, and the AFC West. So
Sorry, guys.
I'll give you
I'm
the
nothing.
one. The Chargers is the West.
I was gonna say Chargers.
2018. Anthony Lynn was with them back then, right? They had a playoff win in his tenure. So I don't know. I always liked Anthony Lynn. He made some questionable decisions. Wasn't very go-getterish, but and then the Colts are the other team. So now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that did not win a playoff game last year, and that's the rest of the NFL.
Yep. All right.
But that's where your Texans are, your Titans, Seahawks, Vikings, 49ers. But a fun little thing, man. fun little guy.
I
thought it was a good time.
I got a fun little thing, guys. We wanted to do this earlier. Got to make this one quick though. Wall of Fame, Buffalo Bills Wall of Fame. Scott, I'm gonna let you lead the way. Who do you think should be on there?
I think there should be a lot of people on there. Eric Moulds is my guy. He's done enough for Buffalo. Second all time in NFL or for Buffalo in receptions, yards, touchdowns, only behind the great Andre Reed. And the reason I pushed for him is because there is another wide receiver on the list, Albert Dubinion. He's a wide receiver for the Bills that's on that wall, and Eric Moulds surpasses his numbers. Granted, different era, a lot more passing, but still going to say it, number 2 all around and a class act. And he didn't play on the best Bills teams.
Right.
So Eric Moulds, my guy.
Swank, who you got? Don't say my guy's name.
Well,
Friedrich.
You are.
wait, you told me what your guy was, and then my guy is the guy that you like. So,
Yeah, Jared, it's kind of weird.
what do you want? You want me to pick a different guy now?
No, go with
Swank,
your
I
guy.
like that you put on a little tag there, little poster.
Go with
the
your
team.
Oh,
so-
did you like that? Yeah.
Go with your my
Swank, who you going with? Wall of Fame this year. Go. Who
Wall of
who gets
Fame
on it?
this year, Doug Marrone.
Oh. Well, he can sit by Vontae Davis.
No, I'm saying Freddie Jackson, man. I mean, he was the heart and soul of a very sad Buffalo team before Kyle Williams was, I think. If Kyle Williams was the heartbeat of the defense and most of the team through his like twilight years towards the end, Freddie Jackson was the guy that gave everybody hope on the offensive side of the ball for many quarterbacks and many controversial starting running back jobs and the college, the story, the heart. He was a beast. Like, I just we kind of like put all of our faith in characters back then when we weren't winning football. Way back then when we weren't winning football games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we had to do. Your Stevie Johnsons, your Williams,
Your Fitzpatrick's.
brothers, your Fitzpatrickses, all those guys. And Freddie, I think, was like one of the most level-headed, hard-running guys that ever played for this team, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he played a long time for us and didn't complain. And, when he got shipped out, broke my heart. It was like, we got nothing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I think he's a guy that, I don't know, I think he deserves it. Maybe he doesn't have the statistics, but he's got the heart for it.
Yep.
He does. He's my
Jared, who's your
favorite
guy? Who's your guy, Jared?
All right, my guy, 6-time Pro Bowler, 183 games played, 1 interception, 11 passes defended, 4 forced fumbles, 6 fumble recoveries, 48.5 sacks, 609 tackles, 1 catch for 1 touchdown, and a running touchdown. Kyle Williams. He's my guy. He needs to go up there this year, next year.
He needs to get up there. Like, those are all 3 good players right there.
We got Williams or Moulds. We got Brian Moorman. That's a pretty good one, man. A couple people saying Moorman.
Yeah, right? A couple people
Mike
giving
Vogt
thumbs
does
up for
not like your Moulds pick. He says Trent Edwards over Moulds.
that. Right? The numbers don't lie on a not so good team.
What about Lee Evans?
Yeah, right?
Great
Why
point.
not?
Great
Why
point.
not James Lofton?
Why not?
He was part of that dynamic Super Bowl run, and he was the wide receiver number 2. I'll throw
He's
Don
actually-
Beebe up there. Why not? And
All right,
Al
so-
Edwards.
I like Don Beebe.
So if you left a comment tonight, what are you going to win? If you left a comment, I got all the names written down already. What are you in the Pandemonium Wheel of Destiny for?
Yes, guys. Thanks to Buffalo Autographs and www.buffaloautographs.com. Ryan Hickman and crew over there. James Lofton.
James Lofton.
Signed COA with an inscription of Hall of Fame 03. Home jersey. Up for grabs. Leave a comment. Enter on a Pandemonium Wheel of Destiny. We'll spin that wheel, and you will find out tomorrow who wins this. Spin Spin that wheel. Pew, pew, pew.
There you go.
You see a sticker in there. If you like the sticker, just PM us your address. We'll send one for free. And we also have these Notorious Dig shirt, 24/7 BF shirts. Contact us if you're interested. We'll let you know the details.
All right. Scott.
Hey.
I know you just threw all that out right now, but what's your closing thoughts for tonight?
Closing thoughts. Can help with remember the bad news we just got during the show. For the officer that was shot earlier this year, passed away. Condolences to the family and the friends and the police department and everyone that was connected to him in some way. Sad news, but as Bills guys, we got to keep moving on. Bills Mafia, it just sucks, and there's not much to say about it except for that. We got a game coming up next week. We're going to see now a lot of number 2s, number 3s. We're going to talk about the same thing next week. Bills football, there's a lot to break down within the next couple of weeks before the season starts. And we can actually all get together and talk about what our Bills are going to be all about September 10th in Rochester at the Hyatt from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the regular season Rager. 3 days before the season starts, we're going to have an event. We're going to have a show. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have food. We're going to have booze. Come out and join us. Talk Bills football. Have a good time. It's crazy. And the Hyatt has this lovely area that is outdoors. It's nice. Beautiful, overlooking the river. You're not going to want to miss it.
You just call it lovely, dude?
Lovely.
But we'll have more. The event is already out. Set yourself a reminder. But, hey, if you're coming to the game to watch the Steelers get Bills beat the Steelers, if you don't know what to do on a Friday in your Rochester area, come out and hang out with a bunch of crazy Bills fans. We don't have any tables to break through, but we'll drink some beer with you.
Yeah, it starts with $10. You walk in the door with $10, you're automatically entered to win Josh Allen, Edmonds, and Oliver jersey.
Yep.
Cash bar and food. That's the extras, but $10 is what starts you off.
And Bills fans. Last year we weren't able to go to the games. We weren't able to do any of that stuff. And us three, we'll be there.
Swank, what you got?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's like almost along with like the shirts and stuff that we're going to be selling and giving away. You're talking about like $1,000 worth of stuff that we're trying to give away, us in Buffalo autographs for this regular season Rager. I don't know, I'm really stoked. If you know anybody, if you want to pass it along, if you guys want to come, there's an event on Facebook. Get at us. Be on the show. We're gonna do a live show from 7 to 9. It's 6 to 10. 6 to 10 p.m. from 7 to 9. We'll be on the airwaves. Also, we'll be taking calls, man. That's why Scott was doing this, so I didn't forget to tell you that we're taking calls. So, it'll be a great time. You guys should definitely come up. Thanks 100% to BuffaloAutographs.com for being an amazing sponsor and doing amazing things and helping us out, making us feel good, hook us up with cool stuff. You know what I mean? Go to BuffaloAutographs.com, buy all your dreamy autograph needs.
The cool thing is about that event.
What's that?
Bills fans don't travel alone. So if you're coming, bring all your freaking crazy friends. I'm telling you, you don't travel alone.
Yeah, bring your ex-wife.
Drink responsibly by bringing all your drinking friends with you.
Get your Uber, get your hotel room. We'll have us a good night. I got to play a show in Rochester the next night, so I might just stay up there.
There you go.
Patrick wants you to play during the show for Swank.
Might be able to do that.
Swank, are you playing your music live at the Rager?
That's something that we actually talked about, and I think for next year maybe we might get a band or two, and maybe I'll play with the Endless Mountain Derelicts. But this year, what our whole plan was like, make it awesome, make it easy, get it done, make it successful, so that we can keep doing it every year. Because this one we only had like 4 or 5 weeks notice before we started doing it. We're like, we're gonna do it. We went full steam, so we got it all set up, and right now it's just like spreading the word, trying to get everybody up there, and have a good time. So if this one's successful, which I think it will be, yeah, man, the sky's the limit. We were talking because we're all keeping notebooks of ideas. We have meetings like every week, talking about what it's going to look like, what we can do this year, what we can't fit in this year, we're going to do next year, so it's a fun thing. But yeah, come up, Maybe I'll bring my guitar. I don't know. I wrote a song about my ex-wife. You guys should look that up.
Yeah.
I think Brent Thomason just said he's bringing all 3 X's with him. So okay, whatever.
Hell yeah.
It's all about the X's.
Also, if you want to join us, you can do so every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the K-Gun Report. We're sponsored tonight by BuffaloAutographs.com, and about twice a month, we'll be sponsored by BuffaloAutographs.com. Either way, you guys should go there all the time. Spend all your money. It's great. We have another giveaway coming up in 2
It's
weeks.
like 2 weeks. Yep.
Should we tell? Should we say?
Hey, we
you
don't
have it
want to
there?
tell him that Cole Beasley's going to be up there grabs.
Cole
have it, Scott?
Beasley jersey.
Do you have the pudding right there?
It's
Yeah,
in the package.
Hey,
It's in
Puddin',
the
you got
package.
puddin'?
It's pudding. All right, yeah. So Cole Beasley in 2 weeks. Hopefully, we're
Yeah,
gonna have
hell yeah.
someone joining the show then. That'd be great.
Cole Ryan Hickman?
Oh, we don't know yet.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe.
No, he's
I
got to.
don't know.
Now he's got to.
He's got to know.
He's got to.
right?
Ryan, we'll see you in 2 weeks, bud. All right, as always, I want to thank the Fandemonium for participating like crazy. It was awesome watching these the comments going back and forth, and just the conversation
Hell yeah.
between you guys. Scott's going pee really quick. We're gonna spin that wheel of destiny, the Fandemonium wheel of destiny, and we'll let everybody know who the winner is tomorrow night or tomorrow evening. There it is, Cole Beasley.
Hey.
Now it went from pen to Scott's hands to you.
Mm-hmm.
Number
I like
11.
that. I like
Yeah.
that better because, like, when you hold them up in the
Up,
bags, it's
up,
like,
up. Look at that.
yeah, a little higher.
2 weeks. 2
little,
weeks.
little higher.
That's not Scott Norwood. That's Cole Beasley. We'll see
you go.
everybody next week at Tuesday. 8 o'clock's our new time. The kids don't have to play soccer, so we're going to be here a little bit earlier.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, we're going to spin that wheel of destiny, and we'll let everybody know the winner tomorrow. But until then, yeah, we'll let everybody know tomorrow. We'll see everybody next week, Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Swank 2021 Shotgun Champion. Bill!
This is a dangerous group.